Hello, folks. Day 3-ish here of Tormented Souls. I think we're going to finish today. Start in just a minute. Maybe say a few things. I mean, at the end of the last stream, I kind of pretty hard on shooting the shit about the game, so I won't go too wild, but there's some general things to start us off. Yeah, I am starting a little later today. I was waiting around, hanging and stuff. I'd rather had to stay a little late at work, but I think we'll be. I mean, I could stay up. It's not like I gotta go to bed early or anything. Yeah, I feel like we'll be fine. So I'm gonna clean off the top of this Wii U. I'm actually playing on the Wii U today. Go ahead and turn the lights off. Do not spill three. Alright. Yeah, so I kind of talked about it yesterday. I think it's good. I enjoy it. I think the pace, I suppose puzzle mix, just the general action. I enjoy all that. I think each of those things has issues. I think the thing with the least amount of issues is probably the visuals. Well, even that, the characters and stuff have little problems, and the animations, but it's one of those that I think it gets right. Not everything it needs to get right, just not with flying colors or anything. A few spikes of big issues, some of the enemies, some of the spread of some stuff, and I'm sure for some people some of those issues are bigger than others, but overall I enjoy it. It's classic survival horror to a fault, but I find the genre pretty comfy, pretty fun to kind of methodically explore and kind of have that exploration tested and rewarded and stuff with combat, memorization, all that kind of stuff. I think it's a great first go at it. Plenty of room for improvement, so really excited to see how they handle the second one. But I'll turn the volume up just a little bit. I think the volume balance in this is pretty bad, but let's do play right now. Alright. So we don't have a map. Went through a puzzle area recently. Picked up the antidote. I'm rocking about 9 shotgun, 26 handgun. Well, it's a nail gun, but it's effectively a handgun. 5 med kits, I haven't used any. A few morphine, and then about 10 electric lance. So not a wild amount of ammo, but I think probably plenty still. As long as I don't waste it. And now if I had kept going after that one goofy boss, then, well, he's not really a boss. Might be dire straits on ammo, but decided just to reload it. After pumping him with like 15 fucking rounds, I didn't do anything. So story-wise, if anybody's like just jumping in, I guess. There's not really much going on there, but I guess the idea would be there's an ancient cult trying to bring back their god through the usage of twins because they have mystical powers or something. They've been doing it for a while. The latest of which is these 2 young girls, where the mother starts having second thoughts. The father is anyways, it's point is the father tries to cure the mother of some kind of illness, so he experiments on a bunch of people, so there's a bunch of freaks running around. On top of that, there's the cult stuff with her father, the twins, there's a little bit of time traveling. The lore is alright, but the minute-to-minute story is kind of whatever. There's not really like a thing we're trying to do, other than I guess just find out what's up with the twins and if we can help them. But yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like, there's a story there. It's I comprehend it. It's not laughably bad as long as they're not speaking or there's no dialogue. But it's nothing special, right? It's a mix of Silent Hill 1 and 3's cult bullshit with experimentations like Resident Evil's Umbrella, with ancient family rituals and ancient gods, and it's kind of just this like hybrid. The surface level parts of Silent Hill meet the surface level parts of Resident Evil. You got the other world. I guess you get a little time travel. It's serviceable, but that's not super important really. I wouldn't worry too much about it if you're just jumping in. And we are underneath the mansion is all you really need to know. We're in the mausoleum. Where all the action is. Had too much caffeine, so I got kind of like a bloated. I got kind of like a headache. Guess that's gonna give me a little mercy. Of course, this guy's got like giga range. I thought I walked out early. It has moments of visual storytelling and stuff, but I mean, you're mostly just kind of exploring like a fancy mansion, and you'll see some experiment areas and stuff, but it's mostly just set dressing a place these people lived till the mausoleum. It does its job, but it's not really like evocative. You're not really like, ooh, you know, ooh, what's up here, what's up there, you know. It's kind of a cool mansion. I mean, it's like Resident Evil 1 until you get to the actual mysterious locations. Sometimes that's just enough. There are a variety of a fancy mansion. I don't think this has that kind of variety. You know, you're not in the bug room, the snake room, you know, there's no like bee area, research facilities, and shark room and caves and outdoors and stuff, right? Some of those, you know, maybe people don't like, but this has been about the length of RE1 so far, you know. It's mostly just kind of been about, well, it's not really a mansion, it's supposed to be a hospital, but it comes across more of a mansion than a hospital, I would say. Man. Pretty uncomfortable. God damn. Caffeine. I don't know if Wawa. The hazmat suits are to protect them from the radiation the egg causes. Like I said, this is overall a clean survival horror. It avoids being like too janky or too unfun or too tedious. So that it doesn't just kind of like make for a crappy copy of the usual survival horror. It's clean, it just doesn't go much farther than that. Doesn't mean enough, honestly. Internet meeting chamber. Definitely worth playing, I guess I should say. Okay. The cult. The evil cult. Not very hidden. I mean, I guess it's hidden in the sense that this entire place is hidden. Jesus, dude. The fucking dumpster outside fucking scared me in this fucking game, man. Damn. Was there like counter hits or something? Sometimes you just get like a one shot, dude. This is why I turned the game down a bit, dude. Fucking hell if it's not really loud. I'll leave it, whatever. I mean, the sound effects I have so low. They're so bad. And the cutscenes are even worse. The enemy is flying back. I think it's supposed to make it feel like there's some kind of feedback. Like, damn, I just shot him and he went flying. I mean, with the shotgun, that's fine. But when I'm smacking him with the fucking crowbar, it looks ridiculous, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not a great animation in the first place. But when you're doing it with melee, it's too much, man. Like, way too much. I mean, it's like, I think you can use the cope in this game. It's like the classic where it's jank like that, but like, Yeah, I don't think that's a valid code. That was never really like a super big plus on some of those. I mean, some games carried it well. Sometimes it was just the times, but I don't have a map yet for this place. No, I don't know if I missed it somewhere. Or if it's coming up. I figured maybe it was a place that just didn't have a map. Possibly, but I don't know how big it is. Lost probably missed an area. It is pretty dark. What should I have one right now? Yeah, I might as well. I mean, if you think I'm gonna miss it, you go right ahead and tell me, but I'll try to be thorough. If it's easily missable, then. And I've been reading all the lore, so I'd like to think I wouldn't just miss it. I've probably like missed a location right now. They're talking about a location. All right. Let me go up here. The dark rooms. What else was here? I don't want to go down here first. The sewer. Been down here before. I should go check up top. Thought they hid her in the sewer in the first place. Oh. I guess I have to go that way then. That's fine. Yeah, I feel like the map would be in a pretty obvious spot, but We're about out. That's alright. It's one of those guns where it's so underpowered you wouldn't want it in any kind of serious situation, so you just try to use it in a place you can get away with it. Shotgun round saved is a win for me, man. Some cool music. Camera angles are pretty great too. Like I said, I don't think they've fucked with gameplay too much. It's not like, you know, at the cost of like playability. I mean, there's your classic angles that are supposed to ride the line where they add tension because you can't see what's coming or what's over there. You have to kind of inch your way in. It's kind of an artificial feel, but I mean, I think it's been handled just fine. For the most part, they have good shots. They make use of the environments well, and it's not too ridiculous on the panning, like a Blue Stinger Japanese version or something. They've had a few creative shots too. Nothing you haven't seen, but you know, you're looking in from like a window, stuff like that. Yeah, Praetorian Ultimate. That fucking camera on a swivel. That shit's fucking got jet boosters flying around. Yeah, it keeps it in its pants. It'll do like Dutch angles and stuff, like an Eternal Darkness thing, but usually not in a place you have to fight or anything like that. The most they'll get in the way with fighting is not being able to see the enemy from a screen transition. I think maybe they do too many of those, but it's been fine. It's been at least genre standard, I'd say. Is the idea that we saved her, but then she got imprisoned again for essentially the rest of her life in here? She's surviving on sewage water and local broadcasting? I don't know which is worse. The sewage or the local TV? Oh, fucking hell, man. Am I okay? Did the stream go down? Oh. Oh, he was like stuck here. It sucks when something's stuck, but they're not so stuck that they won't fuck you up. It's like a stuck where it gives you like a false sense of like security. He's like, I'm gonna give him the old fake out. I'm gonna look stuck, but actually, as soon as he hits me once, I'm gonna fucking smack him. Devilish, man. It ain't right. The bumping around. I know where that is, I think. Because we had to run all the way down there at one point, but I don't see why I'd want to go there. Alright, buddy, good luck. A set of twins to offer themselves to retina scanners. Oh shit. He's about to go sicko mode, man. This is where she lived. God.
Emma, don't come to the vault. Save yourself from hell. It's a warning for Emma, one of the missing twins. It may be possible that one of the girls is inside the vault. I must find a way to get in.
Jeez, they want her eyeballs. Huh. She looks like the main character, and the main character is missing an eyeball. Main character's like, die. Hey. Did we really miss them? There might be another somewhere. 28436. Come back in a minute. Jesus. Nice glit. It's in the very first entry. God damn, big boy. Really, that's still hit? God, this shit's so jank. She'll try to turn around and walk backwards, but she like moves forward a little bit, I feel like. I guess not quite, like, does she? It's like, you're quick. She doesn't move forward, but she like kind of walks out a little bit. So if you think you're just going to turn around quick, she kind of like does a little horizontal spin. I mean, they do that so that you can't just... The controls aren't so tight, you can just avoid everything, but... Looks like a vault, so we should probably go to the past. Let me grab this shit first. Hurts to make the animations look better, but you know, never get a really great grasp of your footsies. In this, you get a little bit back, but it's not a dodge all, that's for sure. Television dial. Gotta be careful. Retina scan. Retina scan. You're telling me right now there's somebody already in there? I feel like we're about to open it just for them. Yeah, hopefully, dude. That'd be nice. Buy something, install it, and it just works. Can you believe that? What a notion. What a thing to believe in. What a hope to have. Got plenty of saves. It's all over the place. There's times I was like, oh, they don't have enough, or oh, they have plenty, and it ends up that you have plenty, but it depends on where you're at. A dial doesn't fit.
Is this my room? But this is hundreds of miles away from the mansion. How can this be possible?
I mean, it's like a neat idea. Like, there's the makings of something cool there. This twin has this connection who's like trapped in this fucking sewer, losing her shit. And then the one who kind of sort of made it away somehow doesn't realize that she is who she is. I mean, she's a little stupid here, but other than that. Am I supposed to put in the safe code? Oh, there's a confirmation. 28436. Black Draco strike with 8 strength. Yeah, man. She's gonna be. Time to give her all the strength upgrades. Alice be lifting. I need to do it the other direction. No. Or does it like only count?
Emma, don't come. It's a warning. It may be.
Or it's not the amount, it's like the literal place. Would be a pain. Yeah. 2. 6. Does the symbol matter? Which one would be 2? I guess it'd be the peace one. I guess we could do that. What's the amount of things it has on it? 2, 8, 4, 3. Okay. I don't even know what that was. Imagine spamming anything other than die with me or die for me. And like some other kind of goofy ass fucking ability. Whoa. Emma. Do you think she gets it yet? Probably not. Yeah, I think I'll start my playthrough soon. I might run through Phantom Hourglass first, but I got my Wii tablet charging and everything. The battery might be shot in that, so I might just have to leave it on the charge. I don't remember. I had issues last time. I like opened something up. Guess I'm supposed to leave. Unless that floating blob is supposed to be her. I have to like use the antidote on it or something. Some weird area opened up, but I mean, I couldn't tell what the fuck it was. I assume it's attached to this somehow. I don't have a fucking map. Like I said, most of this area is not terribly distinct. I mean, it's a fine area, it's just... I'm not exactly able to pick apart what's here, man. Any degree of certainty. It's great we're here, but... Unless I'm supposed to go to the experiment room like in the past or something? I don't know, man. Oh, dude, I almost forgot this was here. No wonder. Jeez. Wasn't exactly super duper memorable. Boo. They're loud noises.
Oh.
Cutscenes love them.
Oh, oh, my head. Oh. Ugh, my head. What is this? I know this song. I know it. It's the song my sister and I used to listen to when we were children. My sister Anna. I remember. I am Emma, the girl who fell from the bridge 14 years ago.
Wow.
All this time, I've kept the traumatic memories hidden inside my head, but this song has set them free.
Thanks for explaining that. I couldn't figure it out.
Anna, you have been alone in the dark this whole time. I don't know if you are still there, but I promise I will do everything in my power to find you.
Can you just go back in the past and tell her, hey, don't do all this and that?
It's time to find out what's behind the vault door in the sewers.
Yeah, but you need the eyeball. A metal fishing hook with a sharp point. What are we gonna fish an eyeball out of something? Is this supposed to be her? I have no idea. Loading. Let's just keep going along the scripted path. They'll have us think too hard. I'm not sure of that. We're going somewhere else. Really, the priest guy isn't the evil father. They try to give you like a little hint when he's like, "Oh, I saw you fucking around." And he's like, "Oh, guess not." I mean, maybe it's just poorly done. I mean, who knows, right? I don't expect too much. And there's like almost no other characters in the game, right? So. Typical day at the dentist, man. save her own eyeball. Oh, she carves her own eyeball out just so she can open the door. Wait, the sacrifice. Okay, it was just William who did it. So did she get injected in time? Or are we supposed to use this on somebody else? Oh, good news. What's the bad news? Bad news is there was never an airbag in the first place. Separate problem? Maybe one caused by taking apart everything, or do you think it's the device? Human error. Gonna take it all apart and put it all back together? Hope it just kind of works out, or... What is this fishing hook? Oh. Well. Yes, I mean, not like she was going to use it again anyways, but... Yes. I feel like there had to be another plan other than cutting your own eyeball out, but... I guess not. God, what if she found out that it had to be two different eyes, man? Just cut her own eye out for nothing. That would have been fun. Sounds like it's gonna be a pain in the ass, or maybe that doesn't take as long as it seems. Gotcha. Well, I believe, man. Good luck. I feel like this boogeyman's supposed to be Emma. Or Anna, or whoever the fuck. Whoever our character isn't. But, you know. I would inject her, but there's no use option on it even. Unless you can like knock her down and then do something.
I found a little room in the sewers. I can't help but feel that this is the place I've seen in my darkest nightmares. The stench, the cold, the dirt, the wet. It all resembles the horrible nightmares I've been having lately. The mirror in this room takes me to my actual room, miles away from the hospital. I looked out the big window in my room and had to gather all my willpower not to shatter the mirror behind me, open the window, and jump out into the yard. Something inside me knows that this is where I should be. I have to help those girls. One of them is in the sewers. I need to find a way to help them.
Even though she already knows more than that. Where'd my dude's body go? Sure. Good morning, Vietnam. Fucking loud as hell. Nice vault. A fall or something? Or maybe behind her? Or it's in the other world?
Grandfather Noah? Now I remember you.
Oh God, you have your memories back. Then you remember that your stupid mother stopped me from sacrificing you and your sister.
Thanks for the love expository dialogue. I guess you haven't read any of the lore. He has to come out and have this like very like informational looking accusation.
A sacrifice that could have brought back our Savior. Well, God took care of her. He made her pay for her sins.
Amen, brother.
This is all your fault. Did you kill my father too?
The radiation that comes from the sacred placenta is extremely harmful to us, impure and worthless beings. For years, Bertram and his son William after him tried to find a cure for the effects of radiation. Today, William succeeded. With this accomplished, I have no use for him anymore. May God welcome him into his realm.
You will pay for this, Noah. What have you done to my sister? Where is she?
Your sister is just another tool for me to awaken our Savior. Follow me if you want your answers.
I'm just shoot him. Like, really?
Hey, wait! Where do you think you're going?
Okay, I guess I'll follow you in there. Shoot them zombies, but not him. Really missed multiple of these? I mean, it'd be easy to miss, I guess. Like I said, there's a lot of detail. And I mean, you just click A on everything, but it wouldn't be hard to miss some shit. Especially if it's like a zoomed out, crazy angle. Didn't get her eyeball back. Guess she's just leaving it. Telling me this guy already got past this shit? God opened it up. Maybe he's right, dude. How the hell did he fucking do that? I knew they.
I don't know what terrors I'll face below, but if Anna is there, I will find
I
her,
knew there was
no
gonna be a
matter
cheeky use of that fucking lock. Jesus, dude. Good morning. Anybody was getting a nice nap? Prepare to be awoken over the next half an hour, I'm sure. Christ, man. I have the sound effects at like 40%, the music at like 90. This game still blows my ears out. Like we should be walking into the finale. Can't be like a whole lot left. Yep. I've got two paths. been getting hit with that juicy radiation, huh? Radiated shitters. Dude, I'm literally holding back and she's walking forward. What in the fuck? Like, does it like try to remember your like direction after you like you move forward with like your fucking like with the crowbar? Does that count as forward? No, I can pull back. That was odd, man. Yeah, I don't know what's up there. Maybe I was just at the cusp of like a screen transition, so I didn't know what to do. Bizarre. No biggie. I've got a pretty good stockpile, but very odd. I'm also surprised we're still going. This is the bunker where they locked the members up in. I guess it couldn't be opened without the twins. Everybody in here just rotting away. I mean, that's a cool idea, you know, trapped in a bunker. Fuck. Then they devolve or get irradiated. Oh my god. So this is one of those games where the sound effects slider is actually not used for most sound effects. It's my favorite. Is this guy also unkillable? Okay, he has like 20,000 yard fucking hit. He looks like he's just gonna be unkillable. Or maybe he's just special. No, he's killable. He reacted less than the last motherfucker. The one boss, man. Got you running around like a freak after that. Just a mistake that that enemy even exists. Yeah, fucking ghost. Huh? Forget what I said about the camera. This place is a fucking maze, man. Doors. I think there's a few doors I didn't go in back before too. I could be wrong. I mean, we have to go all the way back with a gas canister and two of these tops as well, I think. 'Cause they said you had 3. I have 2. There's been a manual reload button this whole time. I just do it all in the menu because it's instant. No animation necessary. You can just kind of change, shoot out, shotgun blast, essentially. Prison. Oh, he's dead. All right. Hello? Torture devices? Excuse me? Just passing through, bros. There's that other door I want to go check as well, but... Oh, here's the gas canister. I need another pipe top. He must have died right here. Maybe somebody moved his body, man. And these guys losing their shit's pretty interesting. They leave the suits on because they don't want to see what's underneath. Max coat. But really, I mean, the skeleton's not horrible or anything. I feel like you could probably, could clean up. Just keep the story a little stronger. Like some of the lore's neat, some little concepts. I mean, it's not the freshest stuff, but I mean, it doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, stuff like the voice delivery ain't helping, but and the dialogue, but the bits of lore are kind of fun, or conceptually fun. Iron Lung. Use a spell. Make it the fuck easy. Not worth that trade. Didn't know how much it would take. Quite a bit. Better just to hit him, I think, with 2 Electros. I haven't used the med pack yet. So. Jesus, dude, really 2 of these isn't enough? It's 2 and then like 4 crowbars. I feel like there's a bit of variance in the damage sometimes. Like the shotgun sometimes is like a 1-shot, and sometimes I have to like crowbar for a couple hours. I don't know if the Electro Lance is any different there. Nice getting like a little bit of the Electric Lance and then having this to like finish him off from a safe distance. Like where you don't want to use like too much ammo, but you just want to kind of like finish him off. So maybe I'll start doing that. Especially now. I don't know, maybe Electro is like good on some enemies. I mean, they get knocked back from shotgun anyways. Fuck all we've been. I need one more of these caps, but it might have just been in the room with the puzzle. no map in the most confusing, samey-looking area of the game. Powerful. I was like, there was one of these we hadn't gone down, so that'll do.
I'm Emma. I remember everything. I fell into the river from the bridge all these years ago. Noah is keeping my sister Anna in the underground bunker. He is the one who has engineered all of this. He has had my sister in captivity all this time. I won't let Noah hurt her any longer.
Christ. Well, they get a different... Yeah.
This ends now.
God, really? This ends now. Horrible. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't remember where the gas place was. I want to say it was back here. I want to say it might even be in this room. Yep. Alright. Covers metal pipes, so what? The juice doesn't come flowing out? Where's the juice start? Here? Oh wait, it comes down from here. Not here. Was it like I have to turn it a certain way towards the pipe? Or is it just up is closed and left and right is not? Okay, open is vertical, closed. Or is that compared to the pipe? It might be compared to the pipe. I don't know if it's gonna be like all the way. Let's pull this out. Like, you know, it's just like perpendicular. Up. Like that would close it. Open it. Close it. Close over here. One up here. Back around. This. This should work, but that's assuming you always have to be perpendicular. I tried opening it earlier, but they don't let you do it unless you're examining it. Apparently it's full. It looked like blood to me, man. I still we're pretty close, so I'm gonna be a little bit more liberal with the saves. I've got 4, so one for final boss probably. It'll give you one more save and a point before the very end. And anything else. Alright. Pumped. Even got an achievement for it. Water. The name of the achievement. Start the pump. I'm fucking pumping. So you're telling me this guy's down here? Even though this whole place was flooded? What the fuck is this guy cooking with, man? Should Be like nobody here, not even any zombies, man. I mean, it's clearly all wet and nasty. Oh shit, dude. No, dude, you weren't worshipping evil. Sacrificing 10-year-old twins in mass was definitely a just act, man. The road to heaven paved with the best intentions, my dude. All good acts. It is her, I guess. Fucking spaces, man.
Emma, my dear granddaughter, you finally reunite with your sister.
Noah.
Nowhere.
You survived the fall from the old bridge. This is a divine sign, a true miracle. God tested my faith, and now that I've been found worthy, you have been brought back to me.
What is your role in all of this?
My role? I orchestrated all of it. 14 years ago, I made a mistake that I have regretted every single day. This time, I won't let you escape. I have you just where I want you.
What the hell are you talking about?
It is finally time for the ritual. With your and your sister's blood, we will finally witness the birth of our Savior. In His endless grace, He will make me the new Pope, the Supreme Pontiff. Every conceited prick in the Vatican will rot in this stinging town.
You are insane. You killed my dad, and because of you, your own daughter and my sister Anna have been poisoned by that damned radiation. What kind of monster are you?
A monster? You call me a monster? I was willing to sacrifice everything I loved in the name of the Creator. He will be born again to purify the earth of these unholy souls. Only the true heirs of the kingdom of God will prevail and create a new world.
Yeah, pretty easily. It'd be almost better having no voices.
After what your sister
I mean, it's not like the dialogue they're working with as much either.
be able to open the vault again. You two are the last remaining twins with the sacred blood.
I get they don't want to have too much story throughout, but because they try to explain what's happening and like you didn't read the lore, it's like extremely expository and tropey and goofy.
I must thank you for giving me access to this place. I could not have done it by myself, but you, to take one of your eyes out, that was absolutely genius.
He could just control the other one. Why didn't he just have her do it?
I won't let you use my sister and me for your
Not to mention everything was fucking flooded. How did he get down here if it was flooded?
There is nothing you can do to stop it. We are the Polluck's sect, descendants of the ones that brought light and darkness. We are the heirs chosen to reign above every being that walks this
The
earth.
Lord's power. I mean, you know, he's right.
You are insane.
This time, there's no
I
bridge
like how
to
she's,
jump
I like how they're both
from.
still as statues.
You are about to fulfill your sacred destiny. There's no running away.
I don't plan to run away. I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
Get her. Prepare the twins for the blood offering.
Catch her. What, does he still command people? Oop, I forgot I gotta reload it. Really? That hit? The hitboxes. Now. Yeah. The menacing ones. Look, they've had a lot of... Oh, I forgot I have more of these. They've had a lot of radiation to, you know, enhance their movements. Yeah. To get the perfect menacing gait. She's just magically back. Perfect. Oh my god. I covered me own titties. Damn, she got the same haircut all of a sudden too. Ain't even dirty. Booba. Those are fucking bolt cutters behind her. Should I remember a place to go use these? Or am I okay? I mean, they're like one of the most common survival horror items that could be on anything. Should remember a place? Oh, the fucking, when she's in the jail? Instead of the acid? I mean, she got out just fine. I guess we could get out with her. Can I not go back right now? Am I good just to move on? Because we'd have to go all the way back to the VHS room. I mean, I'll run back. Looks like I'm locked in. Bah. We'll get a path to go back eventually. Oh, that's Anna. If we free her in the past, then doesn't none of this happen? I guess she wasn't that necessary, huh? Technically. So she had radiation sickness, or like a very particular radiation from this like evil god thing, and it just turned her fat and balding and let her float. And when you fixed her, all of a sudden she's just fucking flawless. Damn. Evil magic. Maybe I need some of that shit. I gotta be. That's why, you know. I'd look like a fucking Chad if I had a little bit of that. A little bit of that blue medicine. It's not my fault. There's evil forces at work in my body, man. I'm going back. The slaughter room. Yeah, do you think maybe it's the final room? The drill. Why do they have a giant cartoony drill there? It's for me to kill something with it? Time for the evil man to get destroyed by the thing he thought he would have control over.
So, you killed those fools? They were not worthy of the Polek sect after all.
I can get the Shri Nagasu ending here, man. Without this, unless this guy's gonna fuse or something. This guy's not as muscular. It's like I gotta put on socks.
This is over, Noah. Your gruesome dream ends here. Without the blood of the twins, you won't be able to bring that thing back
But
to life.
he already has the blood or something. Or he's gonna wake it up prematurely.
I have waited so long to revive our savior. I will show you that my faith has no limit.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, my child, if only you had faith.
He's gotta fucking cut both. You can have my blood, bro. Because he's faithful. Man, this guy bled out pretty quick. So cartoonishly loud. Oh. The fucking epic music, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Like it's fucking Fantasia or something. What's this shit? Huh? I'll figure it out later. Boy, a boss that does my favorite thing and just shoot me with spit. Am I just supposed to shoot these? The target's it. Nothing's happening. Yeah, for sure. Alright, well, let's keep running around, I guess. Got a nice music loop. And these guys don't bleed or anything, so maybe I'm supposed to get something else. Well, the animations are pretty weak in general. Regardless. I mean, stuff even like Silent L3 had pretty great, like, at times animations, especially facial animations, they weren't even like face mocap. And this is an indie studio, but it's been 20 years. So am I just supposed to be shooting these? And they just don't react? Cool. No blood, no nothing. Can I shoot the guy? What are these like devices for? They ain't here for nothing. That giant drill is not gonna be ignored. Oh, okay. Maybe they could have been in like a shell. Am I supposed to time this shit? You're kidding me. You just have to crank through ammo? This is so loud too. What a wonderful fight. Loud equals scary. So almost 11 shots from that shit. Is this really the time for this shit? I guess so. God, it's so loud. The volume balance is so atrocious in this game. %30 sound effects. Think about how loud this guy is when he's fucking screaming at me. I'll wait on the med kit in case this turns into a fucking blood rain or something. Yeah, I wish more games started really low. But the thing is, like, it's not even, it doesn't even matter that much on this game. It's because it's the mix that's so bad. Like, just the sound effects are just insanely loud. And the cutscenes are, like, loud. And then it has that problem, like, with a lot of games where the action has to be louder. And I get you want it to be a little louder, but, like, not like double volume, right? And I guess if you're just hanging out alone and TV. I mean, I'm more sensitive to it as a streamer, but I might not care, but I just find it grating, man. What? I just took damage. I kind of barely even get to use my good weapons because they're like close range. Down here. What? Auto aim. Let's use this bad boy. Such an odd thing to have, especially when the boss won't attack you during it. And it's not like a bad thing, I guess. It's just kind of an odd pace breaker on the fight. Can we get a one-liner, Caroline? Or Anna, or whatever her name is?
It's over, Noah. How many girls were sacrificed for that thing? Those bastards won't hurt anyone ever again.
Jeez, I would've took a bad one-liner. Noah's not even here anymore. His body just disappeared. Like how we ended up not using like any of this shit. Assuming it's over. But we need to figure out where to use this bolt cutter. I mean, I know where, but are we going back to the mansion? Maybe we have to like walk out the front door or something. Where's the fucking exit, Chris? I mean, I don't think they want you to go the way you came in, right? I think it's somewhere else. Somewhere different. So why did they install a giant drill above their god? Oh well. I'm not gonna question a survival horror game on that kind of shit. It's just funny. It's interesting. Instead of kind of ending on the high note, you know, we're gonna escape the place with the helicopter. You kind of walk back to the mansion. I don't hate it. Kind of more reminiscent of a JRPG there. If there wasn't one more thing to do, I'd be like, what? Where did this guy's body go? Oh, they like block you off from going to places. Who moved all this furniture here? I mean, this is a cute beat for sure. Like I said, the story's got like elements of cool things going on. I mean, it ends up delivering them in mostly tropey generic ways. And I mean, the ideas are not like crazy or anything, but I mean, with the right execution. People getting caught like a bunker and you know, the twins power thing and maybe how that could affect like the other world and stuff.
I don't want to talk.
Could be pretty neat. But like, there's nothing wild or nothing, but I mean, like, there's hope in a second one to have something a bit cleaner.
Anna, I came back for you.
You cut the chain.
I told you I would get you out of here. Now we need to escape to a safer time.
A time?
I mean, a place where we are safe.
I don't know if I should trust you. Besides, I have to find Mother. Those men took her.
I understand you want to find her, but those men in hazmat suits will be back if we don't leave right now. We don't have anything to fight them with. It would be better to go to town and get help. Then we can rescue your mother.
Do you promise we'll be back for my mother?
I promise, but you must trust me.
Oh. Yeah, the PVC shotgun. What is the second game gonna be them saving? I mean, that would be kind of boring because we've already kind of covered all this. Well, I guess there'll be something with her sister. Maybe they'll just explain it. She could just take her. Honestly, if the dialogue was just cleaner and there's a bit more of the visual storytelling instead of it mostly being in lore dumps, like, I think that probably could be alright. Clean, safe, but clean little kind of cold horror story. A bit of kind of surreal shit with the other world and the time travel. Can't talk to her. That it? We good? Imagine we're good. Let's go. I don't remember grabbing this thing, but I thought we left it in there, but alright. I guess we pulled it back out. Yeah, their faces look odd. Like they cleaned that up. They look like they belong in something else. Oh, really? That was all in that infinite weird room? Because then you would have been able to get the bolt cutters. I mean, couldn't you just still got the bolt cutters either way, technically?
Anna, I'm aware that my actions were wrong. Once you find out the truth, I hope you can forgive me. Anna.
Full cutscene volume. Yeah, they make sure you hear it nice and loud there. Eldan. Whoa. The Eldan. GT. That's a song. Oh, there's a lot of music that was pretty clean. It was effective, like horror tension music, and then there was a few of your kind of classic, like serene, save music, or kind of mystery music and shit. No RE3 guitar, or was that RE2? I think that was RE2. I get my fucking like Top Gun guitar. Okay, man, that's pretty loud. I've had my ears blown out by this game one too many times. RE2 Beast and yeah, dude. The like fucking 80s. Fucking guitar, heroic guitar, man. Well, what did we think? Overall, I thought it was good. Is it top of the class on survival horror? Is it even really like eclipse the classics? Probably not. But it's clean. It knows what it's inspired by. wears it on its sleeve, but it doesn't pull like a ukulele or anything, and it's just surface level, right? Like, it's got enough puzzles, probably enough action. It's not the best of both worlds on any of those. The pace of the mansion, you know, a couple different areas, like, not bad there. Like I said, I mean, you get more areas in RE1, but, you know, this still does have a lot of areas, right? Like, you know, you get probably more interesting puzzles in some survival horror, but it's like, this still does have puzzles. You know, it's not like fucked or anything. I think probably my favorite part of it was just, I'd say mostly the, other than just the general pace and feel, like, you know, it is a very, I think I need to change my light bulb in that. Kind of comfortable, like, pace between puzzles and action and managing resources. I would say the visuals, not the anime. So there's always like a caveat. I think like the density of each area, the shots, like the sweeping not pre-render, sweeping kind of set, camera angle sort of stuff. Tends to look pretty good. The lighting in the game is nice. You know, you're getting just enough lighting with your lighter and the flashlight, and you know the areas are dark enough to be spooky, but you know, light enough for you to still see and do stuff. I think there's enough detail where you end up just spamming A on too much shit instead of always having to be very interactable. But Umbrella's gone too far. Oh wait, is that RE3? They've gone too far this time. And then Jill doesn't do anything. Just like Chris goes to Antarctica or whatever the fuck it is. I don't remember. I guess he was already there, but in Europe or something. But anyways, yeah, so let's see what the results are. What is this? Times 3 times 5. Circle around. Oh, like run around the thing in the middle? I got no idea. Adoption plus plus. Main books complete. I must have missed a couple lore pages. But yeah, generally I thought it looked really good. Definitely up there with like RE1 Remake. You know, maybe not as good as those pre-rendered and shit, but for full 3D environments, I think they had a pretty good art design. Not as much variety, but I didn't find that to be a big problem. Adoption, remorse, and forgetful. Oh, she just not know who she is in that one or something, or loses it. Gotcha. But still looks good, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be as varied as some of those. It definitely helps the pace on those, keep them interesting. But I think the mansion, it's a hospital, but it's a mansion. It feels more like a mansion. I think it was it felt pretty good. I mean, you had variety of like grimy areas as you went like deeper and stuff, but looks nice. It wasn't too much of a bitch to run around. There's like your average amount of backtracking, nothing too tedious or annoying. Maybe if you forgot more stuff. I would definitely prefer if the map was a little bit better. I could annotate it myself. Or they just pulled a Silent Hill or RE2 remake and just kind of auto did some of it. But I prefer my own annotations. I like having a little agency and having to think about that kind of stuff a bit more. Oh yeah, you just don't give her the antidote, or do you give her the antidote, kill the boss, and then the last one says not give her the antidote? Like, I'm guessing you don't get her out of the movie recording or something. Well, I'm not gonna fight the boss again. I guess you could have saved. No, yeah, you'd have to refight the boss. Yeah, that makes sense. Forgetfulness, yeah, that would have been kind of a that one. I guess you could just go back. Yeah, I don't explain how that kind of stuff works, but that's fine. There's clearly some otherworldly shit going on. But yeah, I don't know. We broke it down pretty hard yesterday at the end of the stream. Oh, you kill her. Can you just kill her and then still get the bolt cutters and then save her? That's in the past. Oh well. Anywho, yeah, so I liked the general pace. I think it just did like a classic survival horror while not, to the peak or anything. Wasn't really trying to do a whole lot new. It did something comfortable pretty well. Like I said, they made sure there was enough activities. The pace was nice. You had a few weapons, not too many. You had a few enemies, not too many. They weren't all that interesting, but you still had to manage some resources. You still had to, tense fight moments and stuff. It's kind of the whole game, as I guess. It's got a few like standout elements, but it's just kind of like it does everything it needs to, but like it's like every element's like missing a couple things, right? Yeah, I did. I mean, I know that was her, but a cheese strap. What, to just keep her down forever or something? I mean, she's really easy to dodge once you just know you can't kill it. The thing with this game is like it doesn't like even in the classics. There's like a little bit more innovation on some of it. Like there's not any environmental traps or thought. There's not really any routing around enemies. Avoiding enemies isn't really necessary because of the influx of ammo and how tight every battlefield is. So it's like you kind of just have to fight them. You backtrack enough, it's like there's no reason not to have stuff cleared out. And oh, so you just walk in and out real quick. I noticed that she wasn't always there. Yeah, that's funny. She wasn't a good idea. I mean, I've gone on and on about it, but she feels not obviously a boogeyman at the start in a game where you kill every enemy. And she shares a lot of those like goofy animations where she gets flown back like every other guy who can get killed, and she just shows up sometimes, is very non-threatening. It's mostly just an ear explosion thing. The TV puzzle, not too bad. I figured out that it was the safe right away, but I tried just doing the combo left and right, and then I was like, well, that didn't work. So then I just saw that the pictures had legs or something attributed to them with numbers, and then I mean, it took a few. I had to try to interpret it a few ways, but then I was like, okay, it's the pictures or whatever. And then just rotated the 8 for the legs and all that shit. I would say the puzzles in this in general, they were like fine. I don't think they're like the genre's like most obtuse or the hardest or like the best. But I do think they were, it's kind of like, it's like everything in this game. A little loose. Like there were some of them I feel like that you could interpret way too many ways. And I feel like you're getting inside the creator's like headspace a bit more than you were really having like an aha moment that just really worked. Like it's fine to try to interpret things multiple ways and realize like one of them, might work and one might not. But I mean, you get too much of that and it turns into like tedium, or maybe you have an idea that seems like really good and you have to settle for something a little less. It's just like So I think there was some of those, like stuff like the monkey one and pretty much anything with riddles. They were fine. There were some clever ones. Like I didn't hate them. Like they weren't so hard that like we had to sit there forever on them. You could generally kind of like interpret them a few different ways and then figure it out. But sometimes they're a little bullshit. I don't think I was ever just like, oh wow, that was really, really cool. It's kind of the whole game. You just like, there's nothing like offensively bad except like the VA work, but there's nothing that just like blows you away. But that's the thing, is I feel like doing this genre just clean without any like major issues is still really satisfying, you know, since there's not like that many of these. They've had a resurgence for sure, especially since this game came out. But I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like you don't have to innovate, but I also feel like honestly stuff like RE1 is still kind of better. So, like enemy design, area variety, weapon variety, routing. A lot of survival horror games these days don't have a lot of interesting routing. Some do. Crow Country does. Where you really make use of the shortcuts and the alternate pathways to avoid stuff. It's not necessary, but it's cool to kind of have sometimes that enemy variety or stage. Jesus. Oh, got way too much acidic shit. I can have like a quick spike of pain from acid buildup or something. But yeah, I mean, not everybody wants that kind of stuff, I guess, and it's probably harder to design like these layered levels with multiple ways around them and enemies who are strong enough and resources that are limited enough where you might choose to like avoid shit or use like traps or alternative means or something. You know, there's no like cute enemies or bosses in this where you have to kill them with like, you could kill them with weapons, or you could, you know, create like a poison and kill them or something, right? Like, I mean, there's not really any bosses in this game at all. There's like one guy at the beginning who ends up just being one of the enemies you fight later, essentially. And then there's the boogeyman lady, and then there was the last boss, which was more of like a, honestly, it was pretty shit. It was pretty gimmicky. So, you know, you're not getting a lot of interesting bosses or any clever ways. I mean, I think with survival horror, one of the things is like applying like a little bit of thought, right, to stuff, a little problem solving. It's not just, you know, can you react in time and shoot? It's like, you know, where are you going to fight? When are you not going to fight? Other ways of doing stuff. You know, obviously puzzles and remembering things is part of that, but just kind of risk management, all that stuff. And some games, I mean, you could look to the classics manage that pretty well. But some, I mean, it's like, you know, silent. I would say this is more like a Silent Hill when it comes to like combat and that kind of thing, more than it is Resident Evil. I think you could take into, they clearly took inspiration from like everything, but this definitely leans more on the Silent Hill side of things, where the combat's kind of just there, and you just kind of smack dudes around and shit. But I don't think this game has like a distinct enough story or just really evocative, engaging like atmosphere to make up for it. Like Silent Hill, it's like it leans on the creature design, it leans on the story, the feel, the music, and while this has like a spooky feeling, it definitely has more of like a like Resident Evil without the variety thing going. And so when you don't have the gameplay either, it's just kind of like in this middle ground where it's taken a lot of inspirations from stuff, but I feel like it's mixing and matching the wrong things together. Like I feel like Silent Hill combat with like Resident Evil sort of like levels is not really a match made in heaven. Even the original's not like that. So like it's good. I like it. I think it's just clean. It's solid, but there's a lot of jank, a lot of kind of like little tarnished elements to everything. Like I said, well, you know, it's like, oh, the story's nothing special. It has the skeleton of something maybe, but like, you know, it's too expository. You know, it's all in the data logs. You know, very tropey, horrible VA work, bad dialogue, but it's got like enough to keep you kind of interested. It's like, oh, they have like really good visuals, but they don't have like crazy variety. I mean, I think that's probably the least of their problems. You know, they've got like varied guns, but it's only 3. You know, pistol, shotgun that are kind of fucked in balance, and there's probably way too much ammo. You know, they've got puzzles, but some of them are too loose and maybe too many for some people. There's not really any bosses, but I mean, there's a couple, and it's like, yeah, I feel like this is one of those like a great first effort kind of thing. Although I mean, some people come out of the gate godly, but I mean, yeah, realistically, I mean, it's like not gonna be like perfect first time. I think there's a lot of potential for a sequel there. But yeah, like I think if you like survival horror, I would recommend it for sure. You know, if you're a big fan of Resident Evil, especially, you know, I would say don't expect anything that's gonna try to shake it up, forward it. I mean, I feel like the big changes they made here were um, infinite inventory. I think that helped a lot. I think the game would be way, way more. I don't think it's got smart enough, like I said, routing and balance of weapons and enemy variety and stuff, and level design to make up for having like 8 slots or something, right? So better just to keep the pace going and you just kill everything you see and just kind of move. Like it's kind of like a little bit of Silent Hill. If this game had like a 6 slot limit or something, and you had to just like walk around with the shotgun for a few shots and had to keep going back to the middle and putting stuff in, I don't think the combat, I don't think the red, I don't think it's interesting enough. So it works in Resident Evil because it's very tight. You unlock very particular areas and you spend a lot of time in them, and then you come back and you fuck around and you're going outside and then you're going underneath and then you're going to the other place, and they're all kind of just a branch off of this one thing, and you're close enough to stuff, and you don't have to spend that much ammo, and enemies are avoidable enough where you can take different routes where it makes the limited inventory work. I'm glad they decided not to do that. I don't think they have all that going on for them there. But yeah. That's just kind of my thing. It's like I feel like it does everything sufficiently, but not most things not even on par with a lot of the classics, let alone trying to shake it up. But it's a good time still. Like I said, yeah, I think I would say this one's scarier than most survival horror games I play. Like this style. There's some of it's just the loud equals scary shit. The sound balance is fucking atrocious in this. I had that sound effect so low. I don't think the cutscenes are affected by your volume sliders, but the cutscenes, like just some of the action is like way too loud. I get you want to do it a little bit, but it was kind of obnoxious. But I mean, it did give you a couple scares. I would say being more just in the dark areas with that music going made things a little bit more tense than in some games, right? The save thing, I guess, plays into that a little. I would say this game doesn't make a great case for limited saves again. I don't mind limited saves. It's supposed to provide tension, something you can lose, right? So, death has more, you're more fearful of it, right? But I don't know. I mean, they either give you too few at times or too many at other times. Like the beginning doesn't have hardly any for you having no experience and no ammo. But then like the middle has like quite a few, and then you start using them because you think you're getting a lot of them, and then they give you stuff like the goofy boss where you might want to reload, and you haven't reloaded in a while because the combat is not really challenging at all, and you're just mainly going around doing puzzles, and then you get a shitload at the very end. You wouldn't even use that many because there's just not enough save points and no map to even remember where shit is. So it's all over the place. I don't think it's like atrocious. I think if there was way less save points, it'd be more shitty. But I don't know. It feels like one of those. It's like they're just being classic survival horror more than it really was like super well thought out. But I mean, it's not like fucked or anything. There's like 25 saves total probably you get over like a 10-15 hour game. And that's if you're exploring a lot. So. I mean, it feels good to get something limited like that when you're exploring. So, I mean, it does have, I guess, multiple positives. So I don't think it was like a bad thing. It just, once again, it's just like, it wasn't great. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing. It's like every element's good to okay, but nothing's like great. So. But I mean, that makes still for a good time that's worth playing, so I'm very excited for the second one. I'm glad we played this. Pretty clean. Yesterday we broke it down a lot more, but yeah. I would say the worst thing was the voice acting, though. Bar none. Like on a relative scale, the voice acting was really bad. You could maybe cope and say that the voice acting was as bad as it was just to like kind of, emulate the classics. That's probably bullshit. At that point, just put a limited inventory into, right? Like, if you're gonna like self-destruct your story, and the thing is, the game's not campy enough, right? There's a lot of lore written. It takes itself pretty seriously. Like, there's some goofy shit, but she's not even really doing one-liners, right? Like, even the original Resident Evil, like, has goofy lines and shit. It has, like, a B-movie thing going on. This doesn't feel like it's trying to be that way. Now, I mean, does it borrow enough tropes? Does it have enough of that kind of stuff unintentionally? Like, yeah, I mean, it's got the evil guy who's resurrecting his fucking god, and he just dies. I mean, he doesn't get killed by the thing, but it has the cults, it has the amnesia, it has the experiment, scientist guy and all that, right? Innocent people being turned into monsters and crap, but I feel like it generally takes itself seriously, so I don't think the voice acting there is... It doesn't feel like it's, I mean, I get like maybe you'd want like a serious story and then you kind of like make the voice acting bad to kind of make it kind of funny, but even something like Silent Hill that doesn't, and that was probably unintentional, like you don't find it like super funny, right? I mean, that's got a much more interesting story and atmosphere, but I feel like it's probably bad to be gay, but so I feel like you can cope and say it was intentional. I think the animations were bad. If I make the Silent Hill games, they could blush, they would. Dudes flipping over backwards after getting hit. With a shotgun, I could get it maybe, but when you're hitting them with like a fucking crowbar and they're flipping over backwards, I'm all for feedback, but it looked fucking ridiculous, man. Usually, these dudes who are just ass with no legs, just flipping over like Looney Tunes. Pretty bad. Most of the hand-done animations and stuff are pretty whatever. I think it didn't help that like a lot of their faces looked very kind of plastic. Like they looked odd. I don't need her to look like pretty, but it's you compare like how she looked to like a Jill from like RE1 Remake or something. I mean, maybe it's not fair to compare it to like a 20-year-old Capcom game, but it's like there's like a certain stylization still to like an old Voth Jill or something, while still feeling like it kind of fits where they are. It comes across as like not quite like Asset Store look, but like kind of getting there. I think her costumes are good though, and I like that they gave you 2 options. I thought that was great. But yeah, the faces, just kind of the look of the characters, and there's some of their animations are pretty rough. So. I don't know, this is one you could talk about a lot. I mean, if people want to talk about more shit, I'm down for sure. There's a huge list of good and bad things, I guess, but overall I think it's good. Overall it's worth playing if you like survival horror. But if you're looking for like a shake-up, you're looking for something that's like, I'll borrow some of the classics, or learns enough from those to be kind of better. It's like, it's safe, but it's safe in an effective way. Makes just enough kind of quality of life changes here and there, and doesn't overdo it in any particular bad gameplay way. Like, there's no like truly horrific puzzles or encounters or too much tedious running around unless you just don't remember shit, but not making atrocious mistakes isn't like exactly super glowing. Anyways, when's the second one coming out? Wasn't it like this year? When is it next year? Coming soon. Caroline Walker is back in an award-winning classic survival horror sequel. Explore eerie monasteries and other nightmarish locations. Brace yourself and confront terrifying creatures armed only with makeshift weapons as you desperately try to rescue your cursed sister. Okay, I guess we could watch the trailer, huh? How about it? How about that? Still don't get why on the Steam page everything's so goddamn small. Like I have to like zoom in like 150% to see this trailer without full screening it. I think they'd have just like a theater mode type of thing, right? Like I really want like 10% of the screen to be trailer if I'm gonna watch one of these. We'll watch this, maybe talk a bit more about it if people want. Quotes. Eat flesh, daughter's lord. I don't even think zooming in help. I think that actually makes it look worse, but whatever, we'll just leave it. Oh, Jesus. This is just a surprise at us. Tormented souls person. Lucky. That wasn't much of a trailer. Cool. It just cuts from the trailer. Well, the environment looked nice. Seems like the art design's still good. We'll see where they go with it. This is the same people. Dual effect. I think so. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's about it. I repeat myself more. Like I said, I think I had a lot more specific things probably to say last night. I mean, I'll probably watch a speedrun of this and then we'll start something in a bit here. Yeah, for sure. Clean survival horror that I think is going to give you that RE1 feel. Just maybe not to the same level of quality, but a level enough that it's worth playing. You know, it's not like something like Evil Tonight's like trying to mix it up a bit. It kind of feels that at times. If you're looking for shakeups, that's not the one to go for, but you know, it's better than probably a fair few RE clones back in the day. So just solid. A lot of issues, a lot of jank, a lot of kind of little problems. I don't think it reaches far enough, but for the most part, good. Kill an enemy using a trap. It's like I guess you could technically kill them with like the two areas where the guards kind of throw down their shit. That's probably all it is. Alright. Anyways, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Maybe not the best breakdown and stuff, but we talked about it in quite a bit of depth yesterday, so it's kind of fitting it today. Looking forward to the second one. Next up's probably going to be Phantom Hourglass. the Wind Waker sequel, All Touch on the DS. I'll be playing through the Wii U. I bought it a while back on the Nintendo shop. So either that or I do some kind of small game, but probably do that. I'm gonna take a